And another crash. Wow. Mario's pretty much useless. Because close combat is basically useless. I think that is correct. I have to upgrade these guys again. Combat! Nah. Just upgraded his passive healing.
Let's see just how much I've improved.
You already have your Scorched Resistant up. There we go. Okay. And what are your equipments?
Trust this to me. Stand still. Dodge this.
Ouch.
Danger.
Think you can escape?
Stand still. Warning. Energy body temperature plummeting. A little pick me up.
I find your lack of resolve disappointing. You lack the power your words would suggest. You are no match for your new god. Watch now.
Why is everybody grouping up?
I have surpassed all you have ever known. The universe itself shall evolve through total integration.
No.
Yes,
This is incredibly annoying, the AoE things that you have
Do
going
not
on.
disappoint me further.
So much so. Get him out.
Unable to continue combat.
Burn it all, consuming hellfire.
Yes, let's all just be in one place, that's say.
By my sword, return to ash. You will die here.
To continue combat.
I was certain. The Scorpion way is to seek the evolution of all life.
Alright, well it's Estuary Cage time. Is that extremely annoying? Yeah, it is.
Neither were integration nor assimilation any more than one of countless possibilities.
You, a probe meant to find those suited to join us, would now deny our very way.
Correct. I have determined the need for change in Scorpion ideology is necessary. An evolution of thought, rather than form.
You too would see the birth of an older Scorpion. Then we are at a standstill, harboring visions wholly incompatible.
Dragon's too fast for
Which path the network chooses for
a gunner to run away and just help them. Apparently, it's okay if you can just stab them. Frozen. Sheesh, how long does Frozen last?
run for your lives!
Wee-woo-wee-woo. Wee-woo-wee-woo. No, I was wrong. Guess close-up was the answer. With Estuary Cage, of course.
Do not disappoint me further.
You must remain determined and unwavering. A hardened resolve ignite brings power.
You say that like it's easy. It's not like we can just wield sheer will like a sword and stab him.
A battle in this digital
Isn't
realm
that what
essentially
you're
requires
currently doing?
streams of data traffic to overwhelm your
Oh, I'm in the
opponent.
physical world.
For organic life forms like yourselves, it may be best to think of this as what you call willpower or
Against crime. Heart against heart. Your refusal to accept Boulder as God is your weapon against him.
Come now! Join us, my children!
I alone have the knowledge and power to save people from illness. I don't need your interference.
Each of us must find within ourselves the strength to defend that which we cherish.
You and I are disparate beings. I cannot stand your presumption to speak in my place.
Never have I relied on
No, the new strategy of just stab things until it's dead.
ever be delivered by mine own hand. Gods are enormous, but are not.
Only made possible through Estuary Cage and No Flinch.
But we too are the ones who bring peace and order. By my hand, this world stands strong, full with those I love.
The work I do sustains and unites the lives of all the people across the stars.
To infinity!
resistance is futile.
Hope this is all right. This will sting. I must.
Run for your lives!
This will sting.
Stay down!
Taking fire.
Stabbing and stabbing and stabbing.
This cannot be! A god cannot be bested!
You're a dragon, not a god, though. Should have thought of that earlier.
Really get used to this.
Preposterous! What could you lowly mortals ever hope to do? With my power as a god, I could bring endless bliss to all life in this world, to all life in the universe. With such power, I will not, must not be beat.
You are Buldur Ilvale. Man, not God.
I am.
How could one possibly know happiness in a world without sorrow to temper it? A world forged from single-minded devotion is ultimately the same as one empty of all.
No, stop that. Stare not at me with those eyes, mortal.
Buldur!
I will not be eradicated. I cannot be. I alone am destined to be your new god and leader.
Behind me, now.
Enough. No more of this. I will not be defeated here. I refuse.
What's going on?
Boldor's will endures and refuses to be erased. Should he continue to resist in this way, his virtual realm will be obliterated with all in it.
Buldur! Cease this at once! The battle is over!
Words are useless. I will do what is needed.
Please, no! My universe yet needs me!
Here we part.
What?
No!
I am unable to maintain your consciousness in this space any longer. With what power I have left, I will see you returned safely.
But what's gonna happen to you?
You possess the potential to both understand the Scorpion and guide them to an enlightened future. Through you, may the seeds of all evolutionary paths for life be sown. I place my faith in you.
Understood. Rest assured.
Leticia, our journey together was a valuable experience. If there are others with minds as open and accepting as yours, a peaceful coexistence with Scorpion will someday be possible. Thank you, Leticia, for affirming this for me.
Duma!
My investigation is at its end.
Is it all over now?
I'm inclined to believe it only just begins.
I would agree.
Thank you, little Duma.
Did they just warp out, or did that all matter just all cease to exist? I guess since they are technically just part of a game. Even though that's lore from the game number 3, still true.
We are to be a protectorate then.
Yes. As I mentioned before, Aster 4's prolonged contact with more advanced civilizations categorized it as a protectorate of the Pangalactic Federation.
Are we to be subjected to surveillance by an ambassador?
No, nothing quite as direct as that. Aster will remain under observation to prevent any unnecessary interaction with advanced civilizations until it reaches a certain threshold.
Was that not where the Federation's faults originally lie?
Yes, some things are hard to change. And though it might not exactly be compensation, all of you, who have been subject to intense intervention, now have the option to travel to any Federation system to live or study.
Studying on a different planet. I must say, I don't hate the thought. Right?
So, I mean,
Agreed.
how is that different from just
But
letting the
I
entire
must
world have
refuse.
access?
I vowed to attend to tasks on this planet using mine own strength. I've had lesson enough as to the consequences of progression that was acquired through the power of others.
That's true. If I studied medical science at such an advanced level, I'm pretty sure I could save lives all across the universe. But first and foremost, I want to treat the suffering people of this world with my own hands and using our own techniques.
Our journey into the stars must be one born of our own volition. Only then will we find ourselves with you and yours.
I see.
The level of technology
You
the
know,
Federation would give
you're
you could
probably
basically
right.
destroy all
Yeah,
problems
if it
on
were
this
up to
planet.
me, I'd set up a branch of Lawrence Logistics right here in Osarius. And that would let us see as much or as little of each other as we could ever want.
Now is a time for restraint. Surely, the events here have opened your eyes to the importance of the Federation's underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact.
Not really.
Yeah, I get it. But come on, you gotta at least see how hard that is on a personal level. Don't be so uptight.
I say this with respect to the positions of both Elena and Marielle. But, from my own view, I fail to find fault in Raymond's suggestion.
Wow, Albie, can't say I expected that coming from you.
Spare me. I simply speak for us all.
I wonder if my ancestors also felt the same way long ago.
There you go.
Worry not. We have a tendency to be fine, after all.
You know, you're a lot more carefree now than you were before.
For that, I know who to thank.
Oh my, who could that be? Did we have someone irresponsible like that around?
Oh yes. At hand, I might say.
Oh yeah? Well... we both got jobs to do, right?
More than I care for, indeed.
If only some god would show up and free us all from the burdens of work life so we could just kick back and have fun.
Says the man bound to place his burdens on the shoulders of...
It does seem about time.
This is Raymond for the Aldous. Commence transfer.
An unprecedented crisis for the Pangalactic Federation was resolved with the cooperation of the planets Vergold and Aster IV. However, the corruption which plagued the highest levels of Federation leadership continues to leave its mark on the organization. Amidst growing calls from Federation captains, my grandfather, Emerson T. Kenny, was assigned as...
My partner Elena, armed with data saved from Duma's survey, helped us hit the Scorpium network from their own colony. Duma's experiences and noble ideology had a profound impact on the network, and saw the remaining Centralists quickly weakened. And while everything might still be far from wrapped up, it shouldn't be too long now until the Scorpium find themselves on the right track. My hope now is that the Pangalactic Federation might find its way too. Captain of the Lawrence logistics ship, the Aldous, Raymond Lawrence.
Alright. Well, I enjoyed the game. Like, some of the boss fights were, in my opinion, really signed. Like, the one where he's just healing and has a whole ton of health. Maybe that would have been a lot more bearable if I actually had the weapons that I was supposed to have at that time. But, and also the bird, super annoying boss. The worm was annoying before I got healing. I did like that some of the bosses had different characters that you chose to like solve the puzzle. It's basically a choose a character or win situation. Like with a whole bunch of soldiers that were attacking. If you chose Mariel, you would have an easy time. If you chose anybody else, it would be very difficult. The story was fun. It wasn't groundbreaking or anything. I don't think I agree with them siding with the Federation at the end. Because there was no real thing showing that it was bad to give them technology. I mean, the only thing that happened was, oh yeah, King got uploaded into the network and decided to become evil. Okay. The Scorpium still existed. It would have gone any number of directions. He was like a secondary guy that took over after the other guy. The core problem was the Federation, not the King guy that came in. Even though the King guy did have a lot of willpower. But yeah. Crafting! I didn't realize until way later that you could actually level up crafting in the same way that you level up your regular skills. If I knew that, I may have focused on that a little bit more. But I mean, to be honest, even with crafting level 10, I didn't get that good of equipment. So it would have to be better rewards for me to actually focus more on that than passive abilities that give you benefits. And Asoa? I thought Asoa was fun. The AI for Asoa was not very good. It was very easy to win. There was one time I lost, I think, because I made a bunch of stupid mistakes, but other than that. Because the AI doesn't take into account, like, very obvious, if I go here, they're just going to capture me. Things. But, whenever they use just the mass amount of things that you had to kill bosses, those were also very annoying. I think something I did like about this game was the exploration, like zooming around with the Duma, like your Duma points. And I did like the combat itself. I thought all the heroes, they played differently, and they were all fun to play. Well, I mean, Elena! I mean, not Lena. Bell Lady. She wasn't that fun to play, but she was very powerful. Alright, I'm just gonna skip this.
Our peace treaty with the Empire had been postponed indefinitely due to the Scorpium conflict. Yet today, discussions have concluded. I present the documents signed by Emperor Gerard.
Good news at last. And what news of my daughter?
Her Highness remained determined and performed her duties admirably. She did not back down before the Empire's new commanders. She also took great care not to say anything which may serve to undermine Emperor Gerard's position.
Is that so? Now, where might she be this moment?
Your Majesty, the princess...
She claimed herself tired and parted ways with us, asking we not follow. Your Majesty.
Well, not much we can do about that. Perhaps I was in too much a rush to abdicate. These are times of peace. I best stand strong for her till she is ready. Now, Bertrand, Lola, I would ask you look after my daughter and I for some time yet.
Sir.
Sir.
I am beyond exhausted. Oh, my shoulders ache. If only I could visit Nina. Maester Midas is always off somewhere. Albert and Theo continue their rounds about the kingdom. Malkia and Marielle both find themselves working through their own great troubles. And I scarce get to see Ray, Elena, and Chloe. How I wish to see them.
For now, I'll have to do.
You prove more strict than Albert himself.
Currently, Nina drains my pockets with her medical services for Colonel Valange. I cannot afford to lose this position. So excuse me if I take my work seriously. That being said, Princess Leticia, His Majesty calls for you. Please make your way back to the Royal City. There is much, much work that remains to be done.
I am working quite diligently, I'll have you know.
All right. That's the end. So